In this video, we're going to go over how snapping can help you and assist you while building your level. What I want to show you first is this orange color shows that your snapping is enabled, and the number right next to the transform area means that your grid's going to change in size, and that's going to be your snapping points on your grid, each line right there. The same applies for rotations. We can set our rotation value. 9 degrees is good, sometimes 45 if you want that halfway mark. And then you can set up your scaling snap, but usually you can leave that separate. We don't generally use scaling inside of our levels unless it's something very specific to, kind of close off that one area. All right, we're going to start by bringing in our floor. The easiest way to do it is just click drag into your scene, and then you're going to go ahead and hit this yellow reset to defaults. That's going to zero out your asset. All you have to do is make sure that your grid snapping is on and it's set to either 100 or 50. If you have something more specific, you can go down to 10, but you're starting to get into those really error prone, and you're going to spend a lot more time trying to adjust those positions. So just try to stay within the 50 to 100 range. So I'm going to go ahead, duplicate a couple of these. There you can see how far I'm snapping. You can see how it snaps right on there. I'm going to go ahead and bring the wall unit in. I'm going to zero it out again. Then I'm going to snap it into place. Let's see. Goes on that side. And then something to keep in mind too, you can actually use the rotate and duplicate. So if you hold that Alt button or Command or Option on Mac, you can click and it'll duplicate a copy. And I'm going to use that and bring that over here. Now, why I didn't bring that over is because the way I have my pivot set up on this object is it matches up perfectly with that floor. I'll show you in the front perspective. See how it aligns perfectly? So I went ahead and made a duplicate. I rotate it and put it into position. Then I'm gonna go ahead. That hall is actually too thin, so I'm gonna make a copy. Grab this, push that over there. Same with this one. So you can see how quickly this workflow is. We know that they're snapping in place. We don't have to worry. We don't have to zoom in and check if we're snapping correctly. Now if you see like there's light coming through, that's called a shadow bias. You don't have to worry about that. The closer you get, the tighter that shadow will come in. And that's for real-time shadows. We're not going to worry about that later in the month. So now let's bring in our column or whatever breakup object you have. So for something like this, you can use your 50 or 100, but sometimes you want to get really specific, and we could probably bring it down to the 10s. So for now I'm going to bring it to 50. I'm going to go to my top view. I know I want to lock it right on where those two floor planes come together. Right there on that edge, and then we already see it's there. I'm going to make a duplicate. And this is where the arch top, my arch wall is going to sit on top. So it's sitting perfectly on those edges. You see how everything lines up? The floor panels are the same width as the arches, and so are the walls. So everything is really easy to snap together. So there's not much to it. Just think modularly and think in snapping elements and see how fast you can build a level. And that's it.